Get ready, everybody. Let's hear how many you see. They're very fast. Hi, everybody. How did you go with those numbers? It's getting a little bit harder, but I'm sure you're all very capable. Well, I think I've been practicing quite a bit and I can see lots of patterns. I can see patterns that are within one of the 10 frames. So whether it's 3 in a row or 3 at the end, I can see patterns now within a 10 frame. And I can see patterns when I have more than one 10 frame. That I have one that's full and one that's partially full. So I'm getting there. I hope that you're able to see those patterns too, which is quite exciting. But now I want to start making some invitations, and I can't really send pictures of how many things are going to be at the party. That would take a lot of images, and I think people would get overwhelmed with all those images. So I wonder, how am I actually going to show and tell everybody what's going to be at the party? And I want to be able to tell them how many cupcakes there are going to be. And probably a lot of other things too, but I might start with cupcakes. Do you have any idea what I might use instead of pictures? Do you think so? Maybe numbers? Yeah, numbers might be really helpful. Well, I think I'm going to have a look at those today. So, let's have a look. Well, thank you, everybody. You have been so helpful so far in helping me understand exactly how to figure out what numbers are just by looking at them. Now we want to write some bigger numbers, and I think we're going to have to use numbers just like you said. So what am I going to do? Let's see. If I had my cupcakes and I had, let's see, I had, whoops, put those all out. They're very springy, aren't they? And I had that many. How many am I going to write? What is the digit? What is the numeral that I would need to write? That's right. I'm going to write 5. Fantastic. What if I had already a full loaded cupcake tray? So my tins and buns, a full tin tray, all loaded up with cookie dough. Oh, I need another one. I have to use a new colour. Blue. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we've got all those there, and load them up. How many is that now? All right, so how do I write that? We know that we have a 10 and we have a 5, and that is 15. We've got the 5 in this column, in the right-hand side. What am I going to write? What digit is going to go here? Yeah, that's right. It's going to be 15. There's going to be a 1 here and a 5 here. But I wonder how that works. All right, well, what if I had an even bigger number? So I've got 5. I was able to fill up one whole tray here. What if I had another tray? I have now 2 full trays and 1 tray that has 5 in it. It can't be the same as that because we know that this was 15 and this is definitely more. So what is going to be the number? Is this going to stay the same? This was the same, so this one is going to stay the same. What about this one? That's right, that one changes. What's it changing to? That's right, it's going to change to a 2. So it will be 25. So if we have a look here, 5 is the amount that is here. Can you see that? And 2 is the amount of tins, 2 tins, and there are 10 in each. So these are 2 tins. 1, 2 tins. And how many ones? 5. That's right, 5. All right, let's see if we can do another one. So how many do we have here now? How many tins? How many tins do we have that are full and loaded? That's right, we have 2. So on the left, we are going to write 2. How many ones do we have? You can tell just by looking at them. You are so fast. That's right, it is 7. So on this side, we have 2 tins, 2 tens. And on this side, we have 7 ones, 7 units, 7 individual cupcakes. So therefore we have 2 and 7, 2 tens, which is a 20, and 7 units or ones, so that is 7. So everyone, I'm going to place them all like I was ready to put them in the oven. Once I have filled up and they are all loaded, I have 2 areas that I could put my muffins in. I could load them and put them in the tens, or I could put them in the ones. If they are fully loaded, which means that they are tens, a full tin, what do you think, which space do you think that they should go in? My ones space, my ones place, or in my tens space, tens place? If it's fully loaded, do you think it should go in the tens? I think you might be right. All right, so I've got mine fully loaded. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put this on. I will try and put my, there we go, not too bad. Put them all on there into my 10 space. Now I've got another tin. I'll put here. And I'll space them out again. Got some more. Some more. Now, am I supposed to load them up? I've still got some more. Should I stop? No. Okay, so I have to load them all up. Okay, good. Let's load them all up. And I've still got more, that's good. And I can put them down. See if I can do this without them spilling all over my placemat. This is the tens place. they belong in the tens place here. All right. So this is the tens place. So how many tens do we have so far? That's right, we have 2 full tins. So that's 2 tens. How many is that altogether? 20. Yeah. All right. So I have another tens tin, and I'm going to keep loading up the rest of my cupcakes. All right. And there we go. So can I put them in the tens place? Why not? Oh, that's right, because they're not full and they're still just ones. They're not a big number like 10 or 20 or 30. They're just a single digit number. So they're going to go in my ones area. And I don't even need to have the tin for this one. I can just put them all in there in the ones area, just like that, all on their own. I can line them up so that I can see them in a pattern if I want to. Here we go. So that I can see straight away how much that is, how many cupcakes there are. So we have how many tens? That's right, 2 tens. And how many ones? That's right, we have 7 ones. So how many is it? How do I actually write that? If I'm going to write my invitation and tell everybody how many cupcakes that I can actually make for everybody, because this is the amount of dough that I've got, what is the number that I'm actually going to write? Let's have a go. See if you can write it on the board. All right, so how did you go? Well, you knew that it was 27. But when we write it, how did you go and actually being able to write it in the tens and ones? Or sometimes we say units. So here we're going to write what number? That's right, we're going to write 7 because we have 7. And when we come over to this and we see our tens, how many are we going to write in our tens area, our tens place? That's right, a 2. Does that mean that I've got 2 and 7? Because when you add 2 and 7, that makes 9. I've got lots more than 9. No? Okay, so this means how many? It means 20. Okay, so it's a bit like saying 20 and 7. Very good. So our number is 27. 2 tens and 7 ones. All right, well, maybe it's time that you had a bit of fun with your activity now. So, to play a game, you will be needing a tens and ones sheet. So on one side, you're going to have tens, and on the other side you're going to have ones. Now yours will be a lot smaller than mine, but you'll also have a sheet that has 3 of these. So you'll have 3, you'll cut those out. And between at least 2 people, you should have 6 or more of these. And on another sheet, you will have lots of cookies that you can either pretend they're cookies or you can pretend that they are cupcakes, chocolate chip. And you are going to be able to use a dice to see how many tens and how many ones you need to show and write. So let me have a go. All right, my first go. 1. All right, so the first one is tens. So I get my 10 and I put it in the ones. No, I'm going to put it in the tens place because that's where it belongs, in the tens place. And do I half fill it? No, we load it all the way. We fully pack it. We want all those yummy choc chips fully loaded into that tens tin. There we go. And then for the ones, we are going to roll again. And this time, instead of a 1, I got a 6. So how many of these am I going to put? 6. And do I put it with the tens, the tens area with the tins? No. We have to put it with the ones. So I'm going to put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in my ones. So this will probably slide off, but that's my ones. And when I've done that, then I get to write it. And I'm going to play it with somebody. Well, hopefully I would play it with somebody. I'm going to write the number. How many tens? I had 1 10. So I've got a column here for my tens and a column here for my ones. And over here I've got some space where I can keep score of how many times I won and how many times my friend won. Okay, so if I can do it right, I get a tick. Now, I had to put a 1 in the tens column. How many ones did I roll? I rolled a 6, so I had to put 6. And was I right? Yes. So I get a tick for me. Now my friend would have the next go. So I clear away all of these, all the way the cookies, cupcakes, get my dice, roll, and I would get 4. So I would, my friend would put out 4 in the tens place and fill them up with cookies or cupcakes, or you don't even need to use those. You can use counters or little objects that you have, and then you would roll for the ones or the units, and this time I'd have 3. Good. So I'd have 4 and 3. I would need to put them all out and write them in. How many in the tens? 4. And how many in the ones? 3. So they would then write 43. Do they get it right? Yes. So they get a tick. And when the time's up, you have a look at how many that you each got. All right. Have lots of fun.